We're back in it again. You know what? I think it's a never mind. I'm not gonna get to diabolical shit yet. Let's do an actual read though. It's been some time since I've done a read, so I'm gonna do a read. We're using divination deck, so I'll pull 3 cards. We'll talk about it. Remember, guys, it's important that you get assets at this point. Stop focusing on ass. I've been telling you that shit all the time because I feel as though like I gotta keep reminding you guys that ass is no good. Not, you know, in the sense that like the way everybody sees it, you know, like ass is there, but like, is it really gonna be what benefits you the most at this time in your life, you know? And I'm not gonna hold you guys, like having a shorty is a big liability unless like she added into your process. And I don't mean just like sucking dick and you guys fucking. I mean like if she actually added to your process. Besides that, it's a waste of time. All right, I'm about to pull 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, let's talk about it. The first card is Thinker, the next card is Blessed, and the next card after that is Unfinished Symphony. Let's start with the last card first. Unfinished Symphony, right? With Unfinished Symphony, I'm getting that, you know, there's times, this AC's fucking cold. There's times in your life where, you know, you may feel as though you and somebody else like had a falling out, or you guys just aren't seeing eye to eye. And you'd be like, you know, there's a reason why you fell out. I want you guys to know a few things. You don't ever have to feel like you're missing out on somebody when whatever happened, or anything in your life. Like, you know, like I feel as though a lot of times people cling to the past and they try to move forward, but like that's not how you move forward. You gotta cling to the future to move forward. So yeah, that's kind of random. But like I said, like, you know, the realization that you should come to within your life is that, you know, this happened to me. No, I mean, it happened for me, not to me. So now you're gonna move forward within your life. Like I'm not the kind of person to be hung up on people I dated before or somebody I fucked or whatever. Like no matter how good everything was, you know what I'm saying? Because like we have a falling out due to the fact of not seeing eye to eye. And you know, one thing you gotta realize too is like the person that you so-called dated or you were with for the course of the last whatever flashbacks you're having, that person is no longer the same person that you dated a year, 2 years ago, a month ago, whatever. Like everybody elevates at their own speed, so like it's just best to understand that. Don't feel like you're missing out. The next one is Thinker. Oftentimes, right, one may be thinking about, you know, getting ahead, moving out, you know, doing so and so with life, stuff like that. And you know, it's great to be like that because, you know, I would never say you can overthink unless like you talk yourself out of doing something that you know you need to get done. But I would just say that, you know, it's always best to be honest with self and whatever you are going through. You can't always be inside your head. It's always best to let whatever's in your head like out into the universe, you know. And over the course of your life, you should be able to take time to have an outlet or just understand that, you know, the thoughts in my head can be brought to life, but it just takes time, and time is all we have. But also you have to be very, 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 I would never say general, you gotta be very, very like on top of it if you do want what you have in your head to come to light. Excellent. The last card is Blessed. Yes, it is blessed. Blessed. We are all blessed to be alive. You know, there's people that wake up and there's bombs dropping over their goddamn head. There's people that wake up and their arm could have got blown up. All kind of stuff like that. You know, it sounds crazy to say, but like, you know, like even though we all, you know, if you live in the US or whatever, no matter how fucked up it gets, we're always going to be more fortunate than people who are overseas. Due to the fact that, you know, they don't really, sometimes there's some places that you might go to and like they don't know where the next meal's coming from. They don't know where they're gonna do this or where they're gonna do that, you know. And the fact that like we could wake up and not have to worry about going to war or waking up in war and having to grab a gun to go blow somebody's head off is excellent. So, you know, with these 3 cards being played, the Unfinished Symphony, Thinker, and the Blessed card, I would just say my advice is that to get out your head, to figure out an outlet, and it's always going to be best if you understand, if you have a better understanding of self before you try to portray something that's not you. Unfinished Symphony, with that card, I would just say that, you know, like I said before, don't reflect on the past to the extent where you try to relive it again. And with the idea of Thinker, like I said, gotta let it out. And the next card was Blessed, right? So you gotta realize that you're always gonna be highly favored in this life that you live, because, you know, regardless of what's going on in your life, you have chosen to live a better life than you have lived before. And it's always going to be a choice. It's always going to be a constant battle, yes, give or take. But the choice is yours, whether you want to move forward within yourself or you don't. I love you guys. That's all I got right now. Don't forget, the ebook is out, Money, Power, Freedom. So check that out. Also, don't forget, Bitcoin mining, tokenized real estate, the other 2 ebooks, one on Algorand, one on Bitcoin Algorand, is available in the store. And, you know, just do your own due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. And just do your own due diligence of what assets you feel as though is best to invest in. And, you know, take your time and invest in them. I love you guys. Goodbye.